It would seem we're in the final week of the O2W challenge. As with each challenge, at this time I find myself reflecting not just on this month, but on this entire strange year. I had so much in store in January, but things quickly got off the rails, and it's instead turned into a year of uncertainty, despair, and honestly, survival. Maybe that sounds dramatic, but it's the truth. And hey, I'm a writer, so I get to use dramatic terminology. Every day I wake up and try to figure out how I'm going to support myself and the communities I love. How to create in a way that yields actual results. Financial ones. How to help the rest of my team at my day job so we can all get back on track, and that then can continue to support everything else I do. It's been a vicious cycle, but as Mortal Things falls ever more into place, I see that project as a microcosm of everything else I plan to build. Everything that, if I can pull it off properly, will start coming to fruition in the spring. It's daunting and exciting. It's a direction I did not expect at the beginning of this year, but I believe it's the right one. With Mortal Things and with life, I feel that I'm this close to something big, something important, something that can bring everything together in a, at the very least, semi-final form. There are a few key things I need to do now, and I think having the structure of the November challenge in mind, that is going to set me up well for them. I need to keep my eye on the prize. I need to stay dedicated, and I need to do the work. I'm not going to let anything or anyone distract me from that. There have been more endings in 2025 than I've experienced in any other year of my life. But I truly believe that every ending is just the opening of another door to a new beginning. And sometimes, when we are at our very worst, it helps us to see a pathway to becoming our very best. Well, it's November 25th, there's under a week left of the challenge, and given my recent lack of productivity, I'm either not going to finish the draft or I'm going to finish it right at midnight on December 1st. I am pretty good with plowing through writing when I'm under the wire. And as much as it sucked not to do the challenge exactly as planned, writing at least 1,000 words a day, because I'm generally really good at that, it really is okay. And as you've heard quite a few times before, that really is a message that I want to put across to everyone who is working on these challenges. It is not just me sitting here trying to talk myself into being all right. I'm trying to do the same for you too. You can have years of perfection with these things, but that's no guarantee that it's going to continue endlessly. That said, as someone who really does get a lot out of these time and word-based challenges, I'm hoping things will be different next year, and I am trying to plan my life in a way that they will be. So where are we at? Not much further than last check-in. 13,010 words written so far this month, just over 31K on the novel itself. Still working my way through chapter 10, but quite a few pages in. I'm going to for sure be writing during tomorrow evening's sprints. Then we've got our in-person wrap-up on Saturday with the Montreal chapter, which I'm very happy about because we weren't able to meet midway through the month like we generally do because of transit being a complete mess. And finally, I will be writing from 10 till midnight to celebrate with everyone on the Discord server the final hours of the challenge. I am of course hoping to write in between these planned sessions, but it's not a guarantee. I've got massive amounts of work to do outside of this, so if I'm able to get in any little bit of writing, I will be pleasantly surprised. But 6 planned hours, I think I can get a really good chunk down if I can focus immediately and turn off ADHD brain, which, by the way, I have been thinking of discussing methods for being able to just drop right into your writing the second you sit down, because I know it can be difficult for a lot of people. So if you would like to see me talk about that, if you would find that helpful, let me know and I'll mark it down as a future video. I will probably do it anyway. But, either way, this has helped me get into the motions of a regular, if irregular, schedule. That doesn't make sense, but it does, Going from nothing to regularly irregular is pretty good in my books. And if I don't finish this novel, the goal will be to do so by the end of the year. All that said, I'm looking forward to the meetup on Saturday a lot. I hope to see a lot of local faces there. And I'm of course looking forward to wrapping everything up with the server on Sunday. It's going to be a big weekend for writing. Where the rest of life is concerned, I know I've been vague a lot this year, and my schedules around posting on social media here just everywhere have been incredibly scattered, other than with Haunted Montreal. And all of that has been a miserable experience for me. Planning and execution is normally something I'm extremely good at, but when you take hit after hit after hit and they just don't stop, it's hard to find that window to really just get a foothold on your own reality again. So I really hate making promises and updates and all these comments about things that are going to come to fruition and don't necessarily do so. It's just not in my character. That said, this will not be forever. I'm going to be taking it easy in December, using that time to truly regroup, but I'll try to say some more on that and more on the year ahead in my final video of the challenge. As always, let me know how you're doing with your writing this month, whether you're participating in the challenge or just doing your own thing. My wrap video will be out on the 1st or the 2nd, but until then, I hope that you are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.